Hello, pioneers. Welcome to Satisfactory in Update 8. Now, oh, that animation changed. I used to, smack the end of the thing with my left finger when... Anyway, now, while I try and figure out where I am, I want to go that way. I do have to say, now, there is no right or wrong way to play this game. You are given a series of tasks. You can see up in the top right corner there, your objectives. But how you go about achieving those objectives, or even if you just choose to ignore them entirely, well, that's completely up to you. There is no punishment. The game won't punish you if you change your mind or make a mistake. The only thing you lose is a bit of time. There's the other one, there you are. Definitely want to grab
the remains
giblets.
of this creature might shed light on how to increase chances of survival.
The other one go.
A new research tree can now be accessed in the MAM.
So, with all that said, this is the way I like to start the game. So, we definitely want to grab the giblets. Die. Die. Ah! I do apologise in advance for these jerky camera movements. It should only happen when I'm being harassed by the native wildlife. So we definitely want to pick up leaves and sticks.
This semi-slug seems to emit unfamiliar energy readings, which could potentially be retrofitted into Fix-It technology. A new research tree can now be accessed in the MAM.
Thank you, Ada. Now, I don't generally rely on actual plant matter for my biomass. That's why I'm also picking up all
this
the
is one of
animal
multiple
guts.
edibles we have detected in your vicinity, which are within approved nutritional and medical categories as established by R&D.
But that all comes later.
A new research tree can now be accessed in the MAM.
So here's a little trick. Hold when you've got the highlighted to pick it up. Hold down E. Don't just press E. Hold it down, and then whenever you get onto another one, it will also pick up that. So I'm just holding down E right now and moving over and just automatically grabbing stuff. I'm going to need way more. It doesn't matter. We need to head over towards there. That... We can grab the giblets and the stuff while we're here. I don't think I can get this hard drive just yet. Come here. Right. We'll grab this because it might be useful. This one needs rotors? Yeah, rotors. That won't be immediately useful, but I'll grab it anyway. There's another slug. No, don't really need that right now. Kind of need to get into things. So, we're going to start building somewhere over here. This is where I like to start. It's not the meta spot, which is in the northern forest, but it is a good spot. There are 6 normal iron nodes around here, 2 normal copper nodes just up there, and there are 3 normal limestone nodes sort of around the back there, which is extremely useful. Actually, I should heal a bit before I go on those bees, because they're assholes. So this is a really good spot for starting. Lots of good starting stuff around here, just starting resources. Okay, now grab this one as well. I'll also point out one of the iron nodes here is actually hidden, unless that's been fixed, which I'll find out later. One of the ones around there is actually invisible. They didn't put the graphics down for it or something. There are a few nodes like that around. Anyway, we'll put the hub. I'll just clear a bit of space around here, grab all this. Birdie. And we'll put the hub. It doesn't really matter. That's good enough. I personally don't use these because they only produce 20 megawatts. I prefer these produce 30. Oops. So, for now, we will drop off some stuff that we're not going to need, just to clear a bit of space. Those. Actually, you can burn those petals. But, what we're going to need to... Right, I'm going to need 2 of these. 60 megawatts should be enough. We're going to need 4 of these. In fact, I need to build one of these as well. I don't really need to build it now, but I will. We'll put you there. Just so I know I've got how much stuff I've got and how much I need. 4 miners. Because this is going to be my very basic initial setup. So I'm going to need 3 smelters. 4 constructors. Yes. 4 of these, and we're going to need lots of this. And lots of cable. I think that's about it for now. So, we need more rods. Well, we can do this with those bits of iron we just grabbed. If you're very lucky, I'll actually remember to edit this out. All these time-wasting bits here. But I probably won't because I'm very lazy. It's not that long anyway. Just trying to think how... I think I only need rods, but... Probably going to need... Yeah, probably going to need more plates as well. But for now, we'll just make rods. I might need a few spare because I think power poles also use rods. Hang on. They do, but they only use 1. Right, that should be plenty of rods. Well, I can't make many plates. I am no doubt going to need to make more plates at some point. Right. Oh, by the way, this, in case you knew, the slide jump. So, this is just walking speed. Hold down shift to run. Now, when you're running, you can press C for crouch and do a slide. That's crouch. If you jump while you are crouching, you actually get a bit of a speed boost. Now, you can't do that where you're going uphill, but if you're going flat or downhill, then you actually get a bit of a speed boost. It helps you move a little bit quicker. So, where am I? Here. Clear this off. Later on you can get some blade runners to help you move a bit faster. Right, we're going to need 1. Doesn't really matter. For now, this is all temporary. It's all going to be demolished at some point. We don't have the means to make things neat at the moment. Like, I don't have foundations, I don't have splitters and mergers, so I can't fully utilise all my mines anyway. But for now... In fact, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to... that's what I mean about you can't slide jump uphill. We're going to make some biomass burners. I don't need to turn them around. If you hold down control, that snaps to a grid. Actually, I better make some biomass as well, instead of just shoving leaves in there. This doesn't take too long. Well, I mean, you know, too long is relative. It goes through this fairly quickly. You can see it's going down nice and swift. Anyway, that's plenty of stacks. We've got, well, 3 stacks, so that's going to be more than enough to get things going. And while I'm here, I'll make a few more plates, just because the conveyor belts take plates. Yeah, that's probably going to be enough. We'll just put some... Yeah, actually, the reason I'm going to do that first. We can put down a smelter. Doesn't have to be... Then we can go for a constructor. And then we can go for a... one of them. Here. Yeah. This is going to make plates. This is going to make iron ingots. Now then we need... Whoop, wrong one. Power all that up. This over here. Join that up now. This is why I did these first, because then if I set this going... I kept saying how I'm going to need plates. Well, if we get that making plates while we're doing the rest of it, then, you know, problem solved. So, probably should space these out a bit, but because that way I can, when I get, when I get the logistics going, I can just insert insert the splitters and mergers and whatnot, but as I said, it's all going to be very temporary anyway, and it's all going to be demolished pretty quickly, so it doesn't really matter. This is going to be iron. This one is going to be making rods. This over here. Now, before I join this, I will show you a bit of a trick. Whenever you make a new factory, you can wire it all up. Check how much power it's going to use. That's going to use 13 megawatts. If we check out how much we're using now, we're currently using 13, but we have a capacity of 60. So plenty of capacity right now. No problems at all. We can add that in, and we'll start making rods. Head over here and grab some stuff on the way. I think I was just going to say there's another beehive. For those, generally just go in on the launcher, because otherwise they'll infinitely spawn the bees. And that is really annoying. So, we're doing the same thing here. We need, whoops. Miner, smelter, constructor, storage container. If you've got the plates spare, you can sort of move things closer to your hub just to save you running around for them, but it's not that far to go. It's going to copper this time, and this one's making wire. Now you may notice I don't use the hotbars very often. That's down the bottom there. We can see it's got the 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't generally bother. There are 10 hotbar... 10? Yeah, 10 hot... Oh, they've added the gesture. I didn't even realise they'd done that. What is it? T? Yeah. I don't bother. I just got used to just not doing it. There's no reason to not do it. There's no reason to do it. I just personally don't worry about it too much. Alright, that'll start making a wire. Yeah, see, we're making plates. And now we need to come all the way down here. Around this corner here. I'm not sure which is the closest. There are 3 limestones. This one might be the closest, or it might not. There's another one just on the other side of that hill over there. But, I mean, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. We need to grab this off. There we go. Now, miner. Now for concrete you don't need a smelter. You just feed it straight into the constructor. Clipping a bit. At this point I'm not really worried. Probably should have brought power over while I was doing this. It doesn't matter, we can... Ooh, I might need to make more cables. I might not have enough. Ah, should be plenty. Okay, here's a trick with power poles you can do. You can actually, well, you got a power pole connected, selected. Click on a existing cable, and you can drag that cable out. That's a pretty neat feature. And now we have everything running. Check our power. Max consumption of 48 out of 60. That's plenty. Now what that means is all the basic, the very, very basic stuff is now being made. That's plates, rods, wire, and concrete. We're going to need a lot of concrete, but I mean, we can top this up. It's not a big deal. Grab this. So, you could just leave that running for a while if you want, but there's not really much point, because what you could do instead is figure out what your next thing you're going to do is. Next thing I'm going to do is just make some of this stuff real quick. Do I need... I don't think I really need to worry about this. Did I forget to put a storage... I forgot to put a storage container down. That was dumb. Well, what the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put down a storage container. You know what? I needed to come back here to get rods anyway, so it doesn't matter. It all worked out in the end. In fact, I don't think I even... Oh, I did belt it. You can tell because that's green. Okay, so... We'll just put that there. Like, this is one of the ones, like I was saying before, you could... if you've got enough plates, you can run a long belt just so that you don't have to run back here all the time to grab stuff. Oh, there we go. Anyway, for purposes of figuring out what we're going to do next, I need to get back to the hub. And we'll take a look at the terminal. So, what are we doing now? Now, if you're ever in doubt, just go in order. It doesn't really matter, except for jump pads, which are shit, and you won't ever bother doing them. Now, base building is very important for making things neat. Logistics is absolutely vital. Splitters and mergers, because I will show you. This is maths. Maths make hurt brain, but this is making 60 per minute. The belts actually carry 60 per minute, that's important to note. This only uses 30 per minute. So you could actually make 2 smelters off this one miner. This one also uses 30 per minute, produces 20 per minute, so we could, with splitters, we could double our iron plate production. Rods is even better because these only use 15 per minute. So you could have this splitting into 2 smelters, each smelter splitting into 2 constructors, making a total of 60 rods per minute. However, what I'm going to do is field research. And there's a reason for that. What do I need? 300 wire. That was the wrong button. I doubt that I have 300 wire just yet, but this will give us a tiny little boost. I do have 300 wire. There you go. That's probably because I picked some up from that crash site that was over there. There you go, very handy. So we can put that in. 100 plates. I have 100 plates. And screws. Now I don't have any screws. This is not nearly enough to make the screws I need either. But it is enough to make the screws. Oh, that's useful. Probably because I already have some. Yeah. Alright, we need 300 screws. So, hang on. You can hold this down with the mouse button, or you can just press space. That's what I usually do. Kind of running out of biomass, but that's not going to be a huge issue. Just got to keep an eye on this. I'm just trying to remember. I think we might need more screws because I got a feeling I need reinforced plates to actually make the research computer. But I can't remember, so I'll find out when I get there. When I get there. Just let this building stuff. In the meantime, everything in the background is still running, still producing items we need. No, that's enough of that.
The map has been unlocked.
The animations. It's photo mode. Press P to enter photo mode, and then click the middle mouse button to get rid of the HUD. Doesn't matter. So now,
milestone reached. The molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, will allow R&D to provide new technologies, items, and buildings based on samples collected in the field. To ensure a greater chance of success during exploration, an upgraded tool belt has been provided, as well as an object scanner and beacons. Note: the object scanner requires calibration via the MAM to enable detection of specific objects.
Just looking over on the to-do list on the right, I was thinking, do I actually need wire? And it was right in front of me and I couldn't even see it. And I was right, we do need 5 reinforced plate. How many? That should be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I'm going to build a MAM just over here. And we're going to grab these. So, researching. I got them. And I've got them. And I think I need to do that, so I need 5 of them. Yeah, I need 5 of them. It's taking up almost all my giblets. Because we need that. That now lets us make biomass from alien proteins. So every time we kill one of those aliens, we grab its guts and we turn it into 100 for each giblet. That is a huge amount of biomass, and basically means you really don't need to go and pick up leaves and sticks anymore. That is very, very handy, but that's not all, because we can also research this.
Milestone exchange concluded. Fix-it freighter re-entry complete.
Now I need to get more. I can't research any of this yet. But primarily what we want to do, remember that hard drive that was over there? There is one over that way somewhere, I think, that I can get now. Those are the important things. So while all that stuff, I just topped it up. While that's all running, this is the perfect time to go hunting for hard drives. Now, I'm not going to go and get... I know where there are several that I can get right now. I'm not going to do that immediately, because that would take a fairly long time to actually get it. Like they're way over the other side of the map. Speaking of map, I've unlocked the map now. The other hard drives, there's some around here somewhere, and that's a fair distance away. But what I want to do, there's a hard drive somewhere. I can research those too, actually. There's one somewhere around here. I can't remember exactly where. It's somewhere not far off the lake over here, I think, that I should be able to get. There it is, there it is, there it is. There's some bees over here as well. Yep, there's another one there. Uh-oh. Yes, maybe I should get some nuts. I mean, you don't really need to at this point. There's no other... I don't think there are any other hostile creatures between me and my destination at the moment. And you heal up over time. Is that all the goodies? I think that's all the goodies. Right, this one... Ah, it needs power. Can I build a power? Yes, I can. Phew, thank goodness for that. Yeah, we can shove some of them in. Grab this hard drive. That.
Data on the hard drive has been salvaged and can be repurposed to unlock an alternate recipe. Salvaging more hard drives will provide additional alternate recipes.
Yes. Now, if I had the parts with me, I could build another MAM and stick that in the researcher right now, but I don't. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to mark this here, just to say I have found that that hard drive. I've collected that one. It's just a little helpful thing for later. And the other one that's wherever it is over here somewhere. Where is it? Up there. it needed rotors, as I recall. How many did you want? 21 rotors. So what we can do here, get far enough away so you can actually put a marker down. I can do new map marker right here. And we'll say 21 rotors. And we'll put an icon of a treasure chest, or the closest thing. Now this is just lets me know when I come to collecting hard drives, when I've got rotors, I can come here and grab it. So, now here's the thing about hard drives, right? Or alternate recipes specifically. You get, when you research a hard drive, it takes 10 minutes and it'll give you an option of 3 alternate recipes. Now, the pool of recipes it can draw from is basically only the things that you have. So, it's not going to give me an alternate recipe for the aforementioned rotors because I don't currently know how to make rotors. But it could give me an alternate recipe for reinforced plates. There's an alternate recipe for screws. I think not pure, alloy ingots maybe, I think. There's about half a dozen or so that I can do right now. The more stuff I unlock, say if I do that, this unlocks rotors, modular frames, smart plating, copper sheets. And there are alternate recipes for... I can't remember if that has an alternate recipe. That does, but I can't do it yet because you also need water. But I've got a feeling it can add alternate recipes for these, which means the pool of possible alternate recipes is increased. Now, if you don't have any particular recipe in mind, it doesn't really matter. You can just research whatever you want. However, I specifically want... There are 3 recipes that I want, but the primary one is going to be... I'll do them later. Did I? Oh, it's because I've got them in my hand. The one I want is cast screws. So I want to keep the pool as small as possible for now. And it's going to take 10 minutes. So normally at this point what I'd do is I'd be probably going looking for other hard drives. I mean, I know where they are, but it's going to take me a solid half an hour to go out there and get them all anyway. So while that's researching, this is actually a bit of a dilemma, this research stuff. If I get, I think it's crystal, the quartz crystal, there is, you can make blade runners which make you move faster. Now if you move faster, you can get the hard drives faster. But that also pollutes your pool of available alt recipes with quartz stuff. So there's the dilemma you face. Do you want to increase your ability to find hard drives, or do you want to get a specific recipe quicker? So yeah, there's the not that it matters right now. We have no quartz. We can do this. That's going to let us put down foundations.
You have unlocked several structures aimed to provide the first needed to build basic factory infrastructure and improved overview. Building these will provide a grid for more advanced organizing and sectioning of your factory.
This stuff just lets you organize. You can note how down here it's free flowing. You can put it sort of anywhere. If you're on grids, on foundations, it just makes things neater. There's I mean, it's less necessary here because this is fairly flat and open. If you start in the northern forest over there, That is extremely hilly. The Dune Desert, right on the other side of the map, is also extremely hilly. And logistics is going to be very important. Some more giblets while I'm here, I can do that as well. When do I get the chainsaw? Yeah, that's also important, but doesn't matter for now. How long have you got to go? 7 minutes. I need more rods. I think I got that. Got plenty of that. Yeah, you're gonna need more rods. Well, that's going to take... Oh, no, it's not going to take too long. I only need 17 more. So that's like a minute-ish. Can I make over here? Beacons are kind of deprecated. Don't make one of them. They're currently only used in an alternate recipe in the end game. They used to be you would put them on the ground. Now they have been replaced with these map markers, so you don't need them. Object scanner. Yeah, I don't really need that right now. Three short. 1, 2, 3. That.
Milestone reached.
Right,
Conveyor
this...
belts can now merge, split, and lift to increase the complexity and efficiency of your factory.
As I mentioned,
we encourage you to consider more verticality when it comes to factory logistics to streamline short-range transportation.
As I mentioned before, you can...
The productivity display will help you measure and improve the productivity of individual buildings to aid with optimization.
Yeah, I could do that. Probably more important, though, is the concrete. I don't have the stuff to build right now, but I'll come and show you what I have planned for that. Because this, once again, is mathematics. This produces 60, because it's a normal Mark 1 miner on a normal node, produces 60 parts a minute. Concrete takes 45 limestone to produce 15. So this, as you can see, is backing up slightly. There are 3 nodes. There's one over there and one just down there. 3 times 60 is 180. And 180, press N to get that, happens to be divisible exactly by 45. So what you can do is tap all 3 of those nodes, use some fancy splitter and mergery stuff. Now, being aware that this belt can only carry 60, so you've got to be a bit careful as well. But you can split things and merge them back into 4 lines of 45, and then quadruple your concrete output, which is very useful because you're going to need a lot of concrete. But in the meantime, I mean, you could put the planner if you want. There's 2 more of those, 2 more of those, plus lots of cable, lots of concrete, lots of iron plates, because you're going to need a lot of belts. Once you get Mark II belts, they carry 120. That makes things a little bit easier, but at this point, not necessary. To make portable miners, I will need more rods. How are we doing on power? I didn't research those giblets. Now, biomass burners only burn at the rate that is necessary. These won't be going super fast. The higher the power draw, like if it was running at max capacity, this would actually burn faster. That is only with biomass burners, doesn't apply with any other power sources. But something to keep in mind. Only 4 of those. How much wire do I have? Plenty of wire. I can make cables. So this is why I only start with the 4 basic, very basic items production, because you can, for the amount of cable and screws you need at this point in the game, you can just handcraft it. We will be going very soon to upgrade, but that will be after this is all done. 1 more minute for that. You're back. What else do I need? I've got that. I'll need rods for... I've got rods for power poles. Anyway, not going to worry too much about that in this episode. That will be for the future. All I'm really waiting for is for this to finish, so that I can figure out what alternate recipe I've got. I don't need those yet. This sort of stuff you can put in the awesome sink to get tickets to buy extra stuff, or you can just keep it because you'll need some later. Depends on your particular preferences, what you need in the moment. So well, stitched iron plate is another one that I want anyway. I didn't get cast screws, unfortunately, but that's fine. I'll do that. We now have an alternate recipe. This is good in conjunction with the iron wire alternate recipe, which is another one I like to use, because that means you don't need copper. You can take that completely out of the equation. You can just build reinforced iron plates off a single iron node, which is very handy. Anyway, that's basically the gist of how I like to get the very early game. Now, I'm not going to bore you by running across the map to grab hard drives. I'll do that off camera. Ooh, you're running out. I filled that one, forgot to fill that one. Anyway, that is how I like to start. So I would like to thank you very much for watching. Again, you don't need to copy what I'm doing, because again, I will say, there is no right or wrong way to play this game. You can do whatever you prefer to do. But thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you again in the next episode.